Good morning and welcome to day one of week one of July vlogs. I'm doing it a little bit differently than I would usually do it. I've done plenty of vlogs before. Usually I do them daily, but because July is such a busy month, I know that trying to do a daily vlog would just get very stressful very quickly. So I'm going to try and keep track daily but edit it as a weekly vlog. And conveniently, the 1st of July, which is today, is a Monday. So that's very neat and tidy. So I would hope to upload a weekly vlog every Sunday night in July. And you can expect to see lots of running around, days out, car chats, which hopefully won't be as wobbly as this one. I will explain this in a minute. Knitting, crochet, travel, London. I'm going to London tomorrow. Local area where I live in Kent in the south of the UK. It's the county just south of London. It's known as the Garden of England. And if you go all the way through Kent from London, eventually you will hit the Channel. If you keep going, you'll hit France. So that's where I am in the world. I talk a lot about crafty stuff and creative stuff. And right now I'm in my car and I'm heading into the local town centre. I live in a village just outside Dartford. There is a man on a motorbike behind me who is looking at me extremely strangely. I'm going to pull across the keep clear thing. So I'm going into the local town centre. So I live in a village just outside the town of Dartford. Dartford is famous for its river crossings, in case you didn't know. The River Thames, obviously, which runs through London and the southeast, runs very nearby, and there is a major river crossing near here. There is a tunnel that takes you from Kent into Essex, and there is a bridge that takes you back from Essex into Kent. It's a very busy, congested crossing, and quite frequently, if anything goes wrong on either of those things, the whole of Dartford just comes to a complete standstill, which is a bit of a nightmare actually. But today things are flowing nicely, so I'm just talking to you and working out where I'm going to go and park. I've got a few errands to run. The kids have got 3 weeks left until they go on their long school holiday break. Our children here in the south of England break up on the 19th of July. And then we have about 6 weeks of summer break. So this week and next are really my last opportunities to go shopping without having Phoebe in tow. And I'm going to go and do some shopping for holiday bits for the girls. We've got a long drive up to Scotland in the second week of August, so I'm just going to put together their car bits, like just a bag of stuff to keep them amused and otherwise distracted, keep them off the iPads for as long as possible. And little bits like that. I want to get some really cheap trainers because I found like cheap canvas white trainers, because I found some Sharpies the other day that are specifically for drawing on material. So I thought it might be fun to get them some, oh, I'm in the wrong lane, fun to get them some little trainers that they could customise themselves with the Sharpies. So I'm going to have a look for those. I'm going to have a little browse around the charity shops because it's fun. I'm going to watch people pulling out at a roundabout, even though it's my right of way. Right, we're going into the multi-story, the depressing multi-story that you've seen on the vlogs before. Yeah, so I'm just going to have a little shop around. I don't normally allow myself the pleasure of taking my time around the shops. I'm normally darting from one place to another, trying to get stuff done in as much time as possible. But today I'm going to really try and take it slowly and just really, you know, enjoy wandering around the shops and taking it all in. That's my plan. Let's see if it all goes as planned. I should also mention that the reason my camera is so wobbly in my car is because my car phone holder broke and I've ordered a new one, so it should arrive this week. So I'm just using my bendy tripod thing, which is attached to my rear view mirror, which isn't very stable. It also looks really weird for anyone that can see me. So that's why it's so wobbly. Right, I'm all parked up. Got a little shady spot because it is hot, hot, hot. Let's go and have a look around. Check out my new curtain from eBay. It was about £4. It's sparkly. Can you see? And when I was just out at the shops, I bought an extendable curtain rail thing, and it's perfect. I mean, it's only temporary, just for the summer. Keep the flies out. It's not the most attractive things, but it's quite good fun, and hopefully it will work. How exciting. So every month I start the new chapter of this book, which I actually bought at the beginning of the year, although it runs from October through to September. So I haven't actually read October. I started in January and I've read up to June. So I'm going to start July. I've got a bookmark in here somewhere. It's a beautiful book, as you can see. I'll just flick through it very quickly. Really, really lovely. But I do save my reading of it. Oh, look, I haven't actually finished June. Oh, that's exciting. So I've got a couple more pages to read of June. And then, oh, I've got about 4 pages left to read of June. 5, loads. I obviously didn't get very far with that. And then I'll be ready for July. So I will hopefully do a bit of that reading tonight when I get into bed, if I'm not too tired. It's a lovely book. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's very visual like that, and it's lovely descriptions of wildlife and nature, which I'm trying to learn more about. I'm going to show you my haul from my shopping trip, and I've just recorded it. And I realised that if Dan's watching, or the girls are watching, or both, I just want to say, Dan, if the girls are in the room, don't watch this, because these are all surprises. And girls, if you're watching this vlog on your iPad during iPad time, don't watch this bit, because you'll spoil the surprise for your holiday, okay? So skip forward, if you shouldn't be watching, to the time Mummy's put on the screen. I'll know if you haven't done it. Hello, I'm just back from the shops. I had a lovely time meandering around. I mostly just concentrated on getting stuff for the girls' summer, but I also got a few other bits as well. And when I was watching Rachel So Raimi's June vlogs, one of the days she went shopping, and then she showed what she bought. And I found that unexpectedly satisfying to watch all the bits that she'd bought. And she was doing a similar thing. She was buying bits to put aside for the summer holidays. Rachel's in Scotland, so their summer holidays actually happen quicker than ours. So I thought I'd show you some of the stuff I bought. So it's not all for the summer holidays. Some of it's other stuff, but I'll just show you. Shall I? Are you interested? Hopefully. First of all, this is such a boring thing. I went to Wilko's and I bought myself a clipboard for about £1 because I am doing the teacher collection this year. So every year at the end of the year, we collect money from all the parents and get one big present for the teacher, rather than tons of little presents. God, can you see all the mess behind me? And I'm the one doing that this year. So I've got my cards ready for signing. I've got my list of people I need to chase down for money. And I just wanted to get a little something to keep it all flat. So I'm very pleased with that because it was only £1, which was a bargain. Also, what else do I get in Wilko's? Oh yeah, from Rachel's vlogs, she is very kind to the birds in her garden, and we are not, and we have lots of wildlife around here. We're surrounded by woodland and countryside, and there's lots of birds come to visit, and we don't leave anything out for them. And Wilkinson's do a huge amount of bird feeding stuff. So I got a fat ball feeder thing. I got a plastic one because I figured it would last longer and it'll be easier to clean and keep for many, many years to come. And to go in it, I got some fat balls for the birds. It says 10 wildly tasty fat balls. Doesn't really say anything else. Oh, it's produced in Denmark though. Yay! Danish fat balls for the English birds. Whoops. And I also got a filled suet block feeder, which you can just hang up somewhere, because I got, although I can't now see it on the table. Where is it? Oh, it's in my bag. I got one that robins like. We have a lot of robins around here that come and visit the garden. So I got a suet block that the robins will like. So when Phoebe gets back from school later, if we have time before we have to go out to gymnastics, her and I will go around and choose where to hang the bird feeders. This is my shopping bag, by the way. This it's a bit, it's got something on it. I think it's paint. But I made this out of a pair of old jeans quite a few years ago now. I will try to find what pattern I used, and I will put a link underneath this video because it's a really cool pattern just to make a simple reversible shopping bag. And inside it I've got my organic cotton, and it's completely reversible. Anyway, that's my shopping bag. I digress. So that was from Wilkinson's. I then went to the pound shop. Oh, my arm's aching. I then went to the pound shop and I got, actually, I'm going to set my phone up because my arm is hurting. That's better. I don't have to hold it with my arms now because my arm is really hurting. And that's my bag, just so I can show you properly. That's what I was showing you. I use it all the time just as a shopping bag. So I went to the pound shop and I got this. This is nothing to do with holiday. When Phoebe has a bath, she has goggles which she uses in the bath because she likes to swim around in the water. So I got her this from the pound shop. It's a tiny little goggle and snorkel set. So I'll give her that later so she can use that in her bath this week. Also in the pound shop, I got a pack of 4 of the Hello Pandas. This is to go in their little holiday bags for when we go up to Scotland. You will notice there's only 3. Wonder where the 3rd one went as I was wandering around the shops. What else did I get in the pound shop? Yeah, these were in the pound shop as well. These are to go in their holiday bags. These are Smarties, but they're special edition. So you've got Fabulama and Spectaculama. So that'll just make them smile, and it's a little sugary treat for the car. I got them both their own Vaseline, little travel Vaseline things. So they've got something for their hands or for their lips, or they do use these quite a lot, so they'll be handy to have in their little packs. And what else did I get in Wilkinson's? Was that it? That was it in Wilkinson's and the pound shop. Oh, also, I got them some glue for something I will show you in a minute. But Wilkinson's had Pritt Stick, but glitter Pritt Stick. And if you've got a choice between normal Pritt Stick and glitter Pritt Stick, you're gonna get the glitter Pritt Stick, aren't you? And that is because I went to the Works and I got them each a little scrapbook. So these were only £3 each, and there's 60 pages in here, and I thought that'd be a really good thing for them to have to add to throughout the whole summer. They have over 6 weeks off, so I thought they could do little entries if we have days out and the fun things we do when we're on holiday. So the glue is to go with those, and I'll see if I can pick up some really cheap and cheerful washi tape from Aldi's or something. And also in the Works, I managed to get a little pack of cards. We play a lot of card games, and we've got plenty of packs of cards, but these are Harry Potter ones, and they do appreciate you know, a novelty pack of cards. So I'll probably put that in Lilia's bag. And then I got them both in the Works a little kids book of crosswords. They don't really do puzzles. Phoebe does more than Lilia, but they were only £1 each. and there's several levels, so you've got beginner, intermediate and advanced, and I think that's a good thing to help get them started on solving puzzles and solving crosswords and things. Dan loves crosswords, I don't. They drive me nuts. But so he can help them figure things out, and maybe they can do them in the car and we can work out the clues together. So that will be going in their bags. And I also got this. This is a book of letters to colour. And I think, although I may be wrong, yeah, it's perforated. The pages are perforated, so you can pull the colouring out and create wall art. And you get, I think, 2 or 3 of each letter in different styles. And because they don't have the same, they don't share the same letters in their names, they should be able to make their names in full, or other words if they want to, or just do their initials with those. So yeah, so that'll be a kind of shared gift. And then I went to Primark and I got a few boring bits. I got myself some socks. And I also picked up, whilst I was out and about, some school uniform bits. So I'm feeling very impressed with myself that I'm getting ahead already on school uniform shopping. But I also picked up this throw. It's only £4. I got a kind of khaki green colour. We've already got a beige one of these, and which Phoebe has, so I'm going to pop that in the car because we'll be leaving really early on the morning we go to Scotland. So I'm going to pop Phoebe's fleecy blanket in the car for her, and this one's for Lilia because it'll probably be a bit chilly and they can snuggle up in the car and hopefully get a bit more sleep as we start driving down the road. And I also, in the works, they had this for £5. Now, I've seen a lot of people doing the lunar lapping bunny. I'm not a very good sewer, as you will know if you follow my podcast. About the extent of my sewing ability is dodgy toys and dodgy bags. So, but this would look like such a pretty book and a lovely idea, and I just wanted to have a good read through it, and it was only £5, and I shouldn't be buying more books, but I just thought, what the hell? I'm going to buy it and have a look at it and see if there's anything I might want to fancy trying to have my hand at making. Have you made a lunar lapping bunny? If you have, do you have any tips? Do let me know. What else did I get? Oh, bottles. So Phoebe's already got one of these. It's a water bottle. It's a really nice large one. I'm not sure how much it holds, but it's at least 1.5 litres, I think. So she's got one, and the thing I like about it is that it's not a straw one. Quite often these bottles are straws, but they're not. It's just literally a water bottle, and because it's got a spout, it does stay quite secure and doesn't really leak. These are from Matalan, and it's got a little handle on it as well. So I got one for Lilia. I didn't obviously need to get one for Phoebe, she's already got one, and I got one for me because my favourite water bottle recently broke, and then I got a new one from Primark and that broke too. So I got myself an A one. I actually wanted a pink one. I'm not a very pink person, but they didn't have A's in pink, so I got a nice black one instead. So hopefully that'll get me drinking water throughout the summer. So that's my little haul from today. I'm now going to make an unhealthy lunch of probably just a toasted cheese sandwich because it's already 1:05. I've only got about an hour and a half before I have to go off and get Phoebe. I'm starving and I need to go and hide this lot as well.
These socks are the ones that I buy in Primark that I was talking about earlier, and they are fantastic. They're completely lacy like this, so they're really cool. They've got rubber kind of stuff around the edges to stop them slipping, and when you wear your trainers, if you wear shoes like this, even if you do see them when they poke out, you just see like little lacy bits poking out. And they're about £2 for 2 pairs. They're amazing.
eagles. They're good for birds. Now we've got to wait.
It's about 7:45. Phoebe's just in the garden in her pyjamas, riding around on her bike. She's all ready for bed. She just needs to clean her teeth, so we'll do that in about 20 minutes. Get her upstairs and read our nighttime book. Phoebe and I are currently reading Operation Gadget Man by Mallory Blackman, and we're down to I think we've got about 3 chapters left to go, so it's all getting very exciting. So we will look forward to reading that. And then Dan's gone to go and get Lilia from her guide. He'll be back after I've got Phoebe to bed. By the time I've done that, it'll be about 8:30. And then I will cook dinner for Dan and I. I'm cheating. I bought a ready-made ravioli type thing from Sainsbury's, and I'll just do a salad to go with it and maybe a little bit of burnt butter sauce. So that'll be nice and quick and easy. And we'll have that and chill out and watch a bit of telly. I'm going to do a bit of knitting. I'm really close to finishing my souvenir shawl, which I mentioned a couple of podcasts ago. I think in episode 45 was the last time I showed it. And I've only got about 6 rows left to do, and they're not terribly long rows, so if I really push the next few evenings, I should do all right. The thing is, at this point in the evening, I think to myself, oh, I can't wait, the kids will be in bed, we'll have dinner, I'll put my feet up and I'll knit a few rows. And I get to that point in the evening and I just think, oh, I'm too tired, I can't concentrate. End up watching telly for an hour and then just going to bed. So yeah, so fingers crossed I might get some knitting done. And yeah, I'm looking forward to, I'm going into London tomorrow because I've got training for work. I'm looking forward to that just because I get to sit on a train for half an hour and read my book. So I might get my own book finished tomorrow as well, so that'll be nice. But right now I'm going to go and retrieve Phoebe from the garden and try and persuade her to come and clean her teeth. Good morning. I'm just getting all my stuff ready because it's going to be a crazy day today. I'm about to head off to have my practice with my piano accompanist for my flute exam. That's at 10:30, and then I've got to rush straight from there to the station where I'm going to grab a train and go to London, where I have training at the Museum of London from 1 until about 4. It's going to be one of those days where I'm running from pillar to post, never quite sure if I'm going to make everything on time. So I'm feeling a bit stressed. My phone is also pinging relentlessly with several reminders of things I've got to do in the next 15 minutes before I have to leave. So I better go and get on with those before I jump in the car and get started on the endless chores of the day.
is the underground entrance to MI5 from Skyfall.
Shh. Hi Dan.
Hi.
I've met Dan because he worked 10 minutes from where I was on training. So we're going to travel home together on the train, but we wish we were going to the pub instead. But apparently we're parents and grown-ups and we have to go home.
And I'm not drinking anyway till after the 21st of July.
Apparently he's not drinking until after the 21st of July because he's doing a 10k on that day, the London 10k.
My body is a temple until then, and then I'm going to ruin it.
Okay, let's see if we make it to the 21st. I might have a glass of wine tonight.
Maybe. So this building in front of us is St Bart's Hospital, and it's the scene from Sherlock at the end of series 2, just up here, where he threw himself off the top of and appeared to be dead after his argument with Moriarty.
Dun, dun, dun. Historical London facts from Dan. I'm back. It is about 5:45 and it's frantic. I met Dan, we got the train home together. Dan's gone to take over for my mum at trampolining. Excuse the paint samples on the wall here. And I am about to cook dinner before I then go and grab Lilia, who finishes a full hour and a half earlier at trampolining than Phoebe does. Bring her home, heat hers up, and then Dan will come back, we'll heat Phoebe's up, and then much later on Dan and I will reheat ours, but with loads of vegetables. So I'm just mixing together some veg. Here it is. It's just everything I could grab in a hurry out of the fridge. So we've got courgette, cherry tomatoes and red peppers mixed with some herbs and some oil. And this is my favourite thing when I'm in a hurry. It adds instant flavour and you don't have to mess about with doing anything with garlic. So that's going to go in the oven now, along with the pasta bake that's going to go in. And as soon as that's all done, I'm racing off to pick up Lilia. I just found a lolly stick on the sofa. This is what happens when I don't pick my kids up from school. They've clearly been flouting the rules in my absence. Anyway, I'm just waiting for the dinner to finish cooking before I go and pick up Lilia from trampolining. And it has occurred to me from the footage that I've taken today and yesterday that this vlog just for the 2 days is going to be over half an hour, I think. So by the time I get to the end of the week, particularly seeing as I've got a very full weekend coming up, it's going to be really long. So I'm thinking a weekly vlog is going to be a bit ridiculous, really. So I'm thinking I might just upload them every few days, like when they get to about the half-hour mark, maybe do this as day 1 and 2, and then the next 3 days I'm actually working 2 of them. So I'll maybe do the next 3 days as one vlog, and then maybe do the weekend as one vlog, and so on and so forth. So instead of doing them as 4 weekly vlogs throughout July, maybe I'll just do them every few days. I can't promise I'll upload them every day because I know I won't. I may not be very good at replying to comments this time around either. I'm finding it really difficult to keep up, but I am reading every single one. I'm working my way through replying to the comments on my latest podcast, and I just thank you for commenting on things. They always make me smile, and if I've given it the thumbs up, that means I have seen it, read it, digested it, liked it, and then by the time I get around to replying, I get to read it again, and it's really, really nice. For those of you that are interested and watched my last podcast, I was asking for advice on garments that you could knit with 2 skeins of yarn, two skeins of 100 grams of fingering weight yarn. Some people have left me some suggestions. I'm working my way from bottom to top on the comments. So I'll be getting to the most recent ones last, if that makes sense. As I'm coming across the suggestions for those garments, I'm adding those patterns into a bundle on my Ravelry page called Two Skein Garments originally. So if you're interested in what kind of garments you might be able to get out of about 850 meters or 200 grams of yarn, hop along to my Ravelry and check out my bundles. I will add them as a bundle in my Ravelry group so that you can see them, just in case you're interested. So hope you don't mind, but these are going to be slightly more frequent than I originally intended. But right now, the timer's about to go off, I know, because I set it. And I'm about to go and get Lilia and run her back for her dinner.